Well, good morning, everybody. And we apologize for our tardiness. However, there was some last minute discussions in the pre-show that we had to get ironed out with the person who has the day off. Ironically speaking. Welcome everybody. We are Go Live Together. We are your host. I'm Jeremy. To the bottom is Scott, and on this side or that side is Eddie Lugo with Eddie Lugo Studios. We're everywhere. Yes. Hang on. Let me just make a quick change here. And boom. Okay. I think we're all in compliance now. So welcome to the live stream and also the replay. If you are here for the replay, first of all, we appreciate you for taking the time to watch the show and get the news. So leave us a comment, #replay if you are here. But for those of you that are here right now, welcome and good morning and TGIF. Happy Friday to everybody. We're kicking off the weekend with this morning's show. And first up in the chat was Eddie Lugo Studios. Yo, 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 Brooklyn in the house, y'all. Viva la raza! It's a train wreck. It's falling off the rails, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Mike and Rihanna's Adventures.
Allied reinforcements have arrived from the north.
Yes, traveling with Tinkerbell. Good morning. And let's see. Jennifer from Embarkation Nation. Thank you. Welcome back.
Good morning.
Facebook user D's Nuts are here. Woohoo!
Good morning.
And thank you for those pineapples, Cruise Nuts. Armani Webster has made it in. Good morning.
Hi.
Sea Tripping with Kim and Scott have made it in. Good morning.
Welcome.
Rock the Boat has made it in. Good morning.
What's up?
The Z Show Cruise Fund says, good morning, content creators.
What's up?
And if you want the real version, go over there and check his show out. He does it better than anyone I know. And let's see. The captain is here. Ahoy there. Captain Billy J. Travels has made it in. And, we enjoyed y'all's interview last night, Scott, but House of X Entertainment has came into the chat. Good morning.
Yes, I had a very good time last night. Thank you, House of X.
Yep. Let's see. Elizabeth, tired morning over here. Good morning.
Hey, babe.
I still worry about hitting that button.
Yeah.
It's very close to Mike and Rihanna's button on my stream deck. So sorry, Mike and Rihanna, in advance.
Okay, but to be fair, is where Beth is located in the house north of you? East, west, south?
Where she's at in the house?
Correct.
South.
Well, maybe you could be the reinforcement from the north.
Yeah.
It'd be a good justification. I'm just saying. Yep. And Armani Webster left a comment here. Lord, I've been running the playlist under my granddaughter. This is Cheryl, not Armani. Hey, babe.
This is why we were late this morning, all right?
Yes. It's off the rails. 5 minutes into the show. And today is August 25th. And we got some great creators lined up for you today who are all linked down in the description of this video. And it's Friday, so we got to give you one more. First up on the list is Roy and Becky's Travels. We hear this name every day, and they have a great live show. They welcome everybody in. It's just a wonderful time over there. Be sure to check out their link as they go live pretty much every day like we do. So go check them out. Next up is a channel who is having a rebranding going on. So be sure to check that out beforehand. That way you could see the change and, see how they're evolving their show. And that's Damion Quanda Experience. Be sure to check them out. Next up is This Cruise Life. They're dropping their Carnival Venezia vlogs, as well as preparing to go on more inaugural sailings. That's their thing. They go on inaugural cruises. So I know we're super excited about that, especially on the Jubilee coming up. Next up is cruising along. Next up in the chat is a regular here on the show is Together We Travel. He dropped a video yesterday. Be sure to go and check that out. And last but definitely not least is a regular on the chat here on the morning show, and is Nettie and JT. They're dropping some more vlogs as well.
Yeah.
So be sure to go and check out their channel. Also, speaking of channels, I'm going to check in with our Nightbot settings. Today is Friday, so we're giving you the top 10 chatters of the week. And let's see who made the list today. I'm going to present the screen. That way we can run down the list. Let's see what Nightbot has to say. Number 10, Eddie Lugo Studios. Hey, you made the list this week, man. Next up, number 9, Follow the Bradley's Fun. Number 8, Cruising is Fun Anytime. Too bad she's not here to hear this. Number 7, Canadian Family Life. Number 6, Destination Fun. Number 5, Danny D, the Spectacular Supporter, and we all know that she is a spectacular supporter. Number 4, Tiffany Lava Shark Johnson. Number 3, Nettie and JT. Number 2, Traveling with Tinkerbell, and coming in hot at the number 1 spot is Rock the Boat.
All right.
So we really appreciate you guys for being active here in the chat. You know, y'all keep us going. So we just wanted to highlight you guys. And my goal is to do this every Friday. So
every time somebody says their channel name, my brain completes the sentence by saying, "Don't tip that boat over."
That'll work. Let's see.
Ouch.
Yes. Oh, speaking of Danny D, yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, okay. Facebook user says, yeah, on the Jubilee trip, inaugural sailing, these nuts are going to hang with everyone. Get ready.
Oh, that didn't sound too good.
Mm-hmm. FR Humphrey has made it back. Good morning.
Hi.
Hello, Felicia. Good morning.
Hey, Traveling with Tinkerbell says, hot off the press, the 3rd Norwegian cruise ship will be named Aqua.
Nice.
Yes.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
I think I saw that like last week or something like that. Somebody had said that in an article last week.
Mm-hmm. Bamanola Lawn Adventures has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Will G has made it in. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Mike and Rihanna says Scott will be our Canadian son.
I'm just saying, like, if I accidentally say "Hey, babe" to you, Mike, or whatever, don't get any ideas. All right, it was just
I know, right?
a finger.
And Elizabeth says my office is in the basement. Is that in the club? Is that her office?
Okay, so I mean, imagine a basement is typically a big open room, right? But our basement is very beautifully finished, right? It's like literally like a part of the house. So it's one big room, so we have it sectioned off. So yes, it's next to the club. So
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Make sure you don't have anybody pop through the curtain on the other side.
Or swinging on a pole.
I know, right? Okay, and Rock the Boat says, yes, it's a blessing and a curse. They know what you mean.
Yeah.
Let's see. Thank you for that share, Mike and Rihanna. Hey, just Cody has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, and Rock the Boat says, if you search our name, 90% of the results is the song.
I know.
And I know Mustard Drill shares that same sentiment.
Yeah, because when you search Mustard Drill, I guess I'm big enough and the algorithm has seen me enough that I will come up in the list,
right.
But also with a whole bunch of videos on the safety drill or safety
yes.
briefing.
And let's see, Bone Tired Travelers has made it in. Good morning.
I get the feeling someone is watching us.
Oh. And Bone Tire Traveler says, where's the disco ball? Backlash Fisherman has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, we are all caught up in the chat. Hang on. Let me present this screen because it's just pretty outside today.
Not here.
Well, I mean, overcast is pretty to me because it represents that I can actually go outside, but it appears that the sun has cut through. And this is a live look down at the Pleasure Pier at 25th and Seawall here in Galveston. If you are here already for your cruise for tomorrow, the temperature now is 84 degrees and clear with 80% humidity. The high is going to get up to 92 degrees today with 65% humidity and sunny. So hydrate accordingly. It's still hot.
So Patricia Patrick had asked this question about mega ships and will there be smaller classes coming? And I just wanted to mention that just for a moment. It's my speculation that for certain ports that the size of the ship really matters. Tampa, Baltimore, believe it or not, New York City has, the ships can't get any bigger than they are right now. Oasis can only get under the Verrazano Bridge because they're retractable stack. Otherwise, it wouldn't be able to even get in and out of New York City. So the cruise lines are going to have to, at some point, when those ships outlive their, run their life and they have to be junked, they're going to have to design smaller ships in order to service those ports or give those ports up. I cannot imagine them giving some of those ports up because they, Baltimore alone has the potential for 20 million cruise passengers a year. So I can't imagine them wanting to do that. So yeah, I do speculate that will be coming. So,
and a Facebook user says, do a Google search on cruise nuts and see what you get. LOL.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Yep. Oh, snap. Danny D, they got rain. That's what's up.
It started raining here yesterday around 4 o'clock and has not stopped.
Nice.
Bone Tire Traveler says,
Hey!
Bone Tire Traveler says we haven't had rain in 6 weeks.
It's still washed.
Yeah.
Too much white.
Yep. Bone Tire Travelers 101 of a high today. That's not the heat index. I know it's terribly hot.
A bunch of derivatives and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
And by the way, Eddie, I joined the Facebook group, but I still could not see your what post you were commenting on in our.
Oh, okay. Let me check. You might need to be approved in it.
Just something that popped in my head.
Yeah.
Okay, August 25th, on this day in history, and we're going all the way back to 325. The Council of Nicaea, and yes, I did listen to this word before this show because I didn't want y'all to eat me up.
Bananas, the Council of Bananas.
Yeah, bananas. I'm going to go ahead and say it. The Council of Nicaea, the first council on the Christian church called by the Emperor Constantine I, brought to an end the controversy of Arianism, concluding that God the Father was of equal status with God the Son. In 1530, Ivan the Terrible, Grand Prince of Moscow and the first Tsar of Russia, was born. In 1835, New York's The Sun began running a series of news accounts that falsely claimed British astronomer John Herschel had observed all sorts of life on the moon, including winged human creatures about 4 feet tall. It became known as the Great Moon Hoax, though The Sun never retracted the stories. I thought that was kind of cool. They got people 4 feet tall with wings on the moon. Right. That's some New York stuff right there, man. I don't know what else to call it. 1916, U.S. President Woodrow Wilson signed the Organic Act, which established the National Park Service.
Nice.
And let's see. In 2009, Ted Kennedy died at the age of 77 on this day. U.S. astronaut Neil Armstrong died on this day at age 82 in 2012. There was a bunch of people dying today. In 2018, John McCain died on this day. And let's see who was born. George Wallace in 1919, Sean Connery in 1930, Regis Philbin in 1931, Elvis Costello in 1954, and Tim Burton in 1958. All born this day. And that will do it for On This Day in History. Let's run back over here to the chat and see who else has made it in. Hey, Scrow's Nest has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yep, Mikey Rihanna says bananas. And let's see, Bam Manola says no rain here in 14 weeks.
Wow. Like, we haven't had a lot of rain either, but definitely started raining last night.
It is my hope that it starts raining. That way you have some grass to cut.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. If there's no rain, there's no grass. I'm just saying. Let's send some rain over there to Bam Manola. Facebook user says, I've done some stuff in the past that I could first say that I've seen 4-foot creatures with wings. LOL. And let's see. All right. Well, we are fully caught up in the chat, which means that it is now time for us to bring you the cruise and travel industry news.
What news for cruising with Tata?
Okay, that was better.
New charge spotted for cookies on Celebrity Cruise Ship.
That sucks.
This is a tough story today, people.
No, we need a sound effect.
Aboard Celebrity Cruises Solstice class Celebrity Equinox have spotted a new $2 charge for chocolate chip cookies with a 20% gratuity added.
Damn.
Costing $2.40 per cookie. This may not seem like a tremendous expense, but the principle of the new charge is enraging cruise guests. Signage advertising the cookie reads, treat yourself to a warm, handcrafted celebrity chocolate chip cookie with a fee detailed underneath. While some guests may be accepting of the premium fee for a premium cookie, the thought of adding gratuity to have a crew member simply hand over the treat is more distasteful to some travelers. Guests on board are also reporting that free cookies are no longer available at Cafe Al Baccio, the ship's European-themed cafe, and offers premium hot teas, coffees, French pastries, and other desserts, including authentic gelato and fresh fruit sorbet. It is unknown whether or not free cookies are available at other venues, such as the Ocean View Cafe Buffet, or how the quality may vary from the for a fee cookie. Reaction to the news ranges from suspicion about the signage's authenticity to outrage over what seems to be more nickel and diming of cruise ship passengers, with an ever-increasing fee for what used to be included in the cruise fare, particularly for a premium brand like Celebrity Cruises. At this time, the charge appears to be limited to Celebrity Equinox, but could also be aboard other Celebrity ships in the coming weeks if the changes are rolled out fleet-wide. It is equally possible, however, that the charge is simply a test run to see whether or not guests are willing to pay for cookies, and if so, how popular they may be. It also could be that the for-charge cookies are simply a new, more gourmet offering and are not displacing free cookies available in other venues at all. It says here, more ridiculous fees may be next. Frequent cruisers are speculating about what else the cruise lines may consider charging for in the future. While it seems silly if a charge for a cookie is accepted as normal, but what about charges for bread baskets in the main dining room, poolside towels or towel exchange, self-serve ice cream, stateroom ice buckets and ice, admission for featured evening shows? The Cookie Gate uproar has the chocolate chips flying just days after Royal Caribbean International was blasted for the possibility of charging for pizza. In an incident, a post-cruise survey was used to gauge the idea of a pizza fee, which was disputed hotly and that the CEO had to make a statement about. Both Royal Caribbean International and Celebrity Cruises are owned by the same parent company, which is Royal Caribbean Group, which also owns Silver Seas Cruises and parts of other cruise lines and related industries. So there you have it. Now charging for pizza or charging for cookies. So, and then moving on to yet another related story is Royal Caribbean raises another key price you won't be happy for. And this is from the street. So it says here, went on vacation. What's a few extra dollars? People don't generally think that way, and that they book a trip, but once they are away on the hard-earned vacation, the rules can change. You might indulge a little bit more and buy something that you're not that's not in your original budget on the cruise, but where many things, including meals and main dining rooms on the buffet, are included, it's even easier to justify a little spending on extras. While you can go on a Royal Caribbean cruise without spending a dime beyond your cruise fare, that's not generally what happens. The cruise line, like rival Carnival, Norwegian, and MSC, offer a lot of ways to spend a little or a lot of extra money. Some Royal Caribbean extras can be booked before the cruise. You might opt for a drink package or pre-book the ultimate dining pack plan. In both cases, there's no set price. The cruise line uses demand-based variable pricing so customers can tell whether a price goes up. Many people, however, make the decision to dine in added fee specialty restaurants after they get on the ship. These prices can be fixed prices for a full meal or an a la carte, depending on the restaurants. Now, according to a report, the cruise lines have raised prices at 4 onboard eateries. Now, obviously, we talked yesterday about the increased prices at Portside Barbecue on Oasis. However, the additional restaurants that the cruise line did not disclose either is Playmakers. Entrees increased 33% to $11.99 from $9, while the price of wings went up 40% to $13.99 a dozen from $10. Appetizer prices were all raised by at least $1.99, while the poke nachos saw a $4.99 or saw $4.99 or 63% increase to $12.99 from $8. Of course, the Portside Barbecue, I'll run down through that really quick. The $12.49 for 3 cuts and or $12.49 for 2 cuts and $15.39 for 3 cuts of meat went to $16.99 and $21.99. And the Mason Jar, which is a new restaurant currently only found on Wonder of the Seas, It offers fixed price menus that has not raised its dining prices, but its brunch prices increased 40% to $34.99 from $24.99. And Azumi sushi prices went up by $1, while signature rolls went from $13 to $14 or $14 to $15. Prices aside from desserts were increased across the entire menu.
Mm.
So there you go. More price increases for Royal Caribbean. And again, more speculation in some Facebook groups if that isn't to offset whatever costs they had hoped to make by charging for pizza.
Yep.
Well, that is it for the news.
Wow.
You know, they had the Icon and the Utopia coming out. They need to make money. So,
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. So now, like one thing I want to add. A lot of people always say, okay, they took on so much debt during the restart, during the shutdown and stuff like that. And yes, they did. But you have to think about this, okay? These were corporations that were sitting on just obscene amounts of cash. And the fact that they took on the debt was not because they had to in order to stay afloat, or if they hadn't taken on the debt. It's a corporate strategy, okay? Corporations that, especially profitable corporations, and corporations that expect to continue to turn profits, will take on debt rather than spend their own money. It's a corporate financial strategy. It was not an act of desperation, and a lot of people seem to feel like it was an act of desperation, and now they're just trying to claw their ways back. No, they're not. Okay, and I can tell you with some inside information that they're doing quite well financially. So
They're doing so well, in fact, that whenever you look for a pack and go sale now on Carnival, I'm not seeing that rate code. I'm not seeing it. Every ship is
Right.
full. They don't need to offer these pack and go sales and stuff. So
Right.
I don't buy it either. Canadian Family Life has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
And yeah, if you have not seen that video for the tacos that she was talking about, go check that out. It's Taco Pockets. Let's see. Elizabeth has chimed in, says, sorry, Eddie, no celebrity cruise if I can't get cookies. That's right. That is right.
I won't be getting cookies either. So, no problemo.
Yep. And let's see. Yeah, traveling with Tinkerbell, Royal Caribbean Cruise Line also brought up some prices on a lot of their purchased foods. And you mentioned mason jar. If I ever get to the Wonder, I do want to try mason jar because I heard some pretty great things about it.
We would never buy the dining package. We would eat at a specialty restaurant occasionally here and there. We would just pay for whatever that charge is. We would never buy the dining package ever, but we actually bought the unlimited dining package on Wonder this October, specifically because we want to try all those extra restaurants, including the Mason jar. So,
yep. Okay, and the first mention of Temu is coming across the chat today. Let's see, we are 30 minutes into the show. Good job on the record, people. Albo Army has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mike and Rihanna had said, didn't the government bail out the cruise lines as well? No, they were about to, though. They were going to.
Right.
And then at the last minute, they were like, hey, wait a minute. No, they're not even, domestic organizations. Right. So
they're international.
No. Yeah. So then they pulled back. They just at the 11th hour, they just added a little bit of verbiage to the bill that said exclude the cruise lines.
Right.
So they were snorting and stomping around it about it like a, crying baby about it for sure. But
yep. And J&S Adventures has made it into the chat. Good morning.
Good morning.
And he says, I'll get bananas instead of cookies. Yep. Or on the salsa bar at the taco place, they have free cuts of watermelon already cut up for you. So that's an alternative to the cookie gate that is going on right now. Elbow Army says, "Put the cookies down." That's a good suggestion. Hey, Bruce from Ocean Travel has made it in. Good morning. And let's see, there's some chatter about Temu going on. And this Facebook user, we really appreciate you coming to the show. We really do. But promotion should really be private messaged to us individually. But we thank you for enjoying the show.
Yeah, I took care of it.
Randasita has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Angelo.
Let's see. Okay. And it looks like, wait, there's still more. Patricia Patrick, do we have to get a cookie dealer on the Lido deck now? Asking for a fellow cruiser.
Yes. I'll be bringing my packs of Chips Ahoy, and I'll be selling.
Yes.
I'll be selling over by the corner.
Yeah.
By the Lido spot.
Go get me a pack of soft batch and sell these suckers on the Lido. That might be good.
I'll give you 3 for the price of 1.
Elizabeth says being from Memphis, Mason jar is a must. I know they got Southern food, and if I get on that ship one day, I'm gonna want to eat it.
Yep.
I want to see what their definition of Southern food really is.
Yeah. Right. I'm sure it'll be different than Elizabeth's. So.
Ground Tech Master Angelo has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Orange Cone Vlog is in the chat. Good morning.
So Rock the Boat, they may have given them the option to do that. I don't recall if they did, or certainly not disputing the possibility that they did that, but I cannot imagine an industry that has written the book on how to escape liability and how to form 17 shell companies so that, I mean, they have written the book on elusive, evasive corporate strategy. I cannot imagine them choosing to reflag just for a one-time government handout.
Right.
So.
And Rock the Boat says first cookies free to get you hooked. That sounds like what Carnival does with the kind of free specialty dining on the ship that we're going on the Mardi Gras. From my understanding, your first visit to Cucina del Capitano and Shebang are free, and then they charge you after that. That just sounds like a dope man move right there.
When I was on Celebration in December, I went to China 3 nights and did not get charged.
They're not on the Celebration. They were free the whole time. That was our experience. But what I've heard, and I'm going to report back on this, is on the Mardi Gras, you get 1 for free, and then they charge you thereafter. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know either, because I think both times I was on Mardi Gras, I don't think we went more than once.
Yep.
No.
And let's see. Bone Tired Travelers says an actual mason jar is known as the family crystal in our family. I know. Living in the South, you grab anything to get a drink, especially a mason jar because it's got the handle on it. Yeah, and it's tough too. It never breaks.
Yep.
It never breaks. And Scrow's Nest says that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's like on the premium lines, you do expect a little bit more, and that seems kind of petty. But I even noticed on Virgin Voyages, the bar credit is gone.
Okay.
So, that was a big thing. It was almost all-inclusive, except for, drinks. And then they were adding that bar credit of 300 or 600 per person or whatever. And then now that's gone. So, they're all cutting back.
Yeah. They don't have to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With the demand being as high as it is, I mean, they don't have to incentivize anybody. So, you know, we all need to band together and knock them back down a little bit. So, in my opinion, prices are getting out of hand.
And speaking of prices, to celebrate Labor Day, Azamara, the small ship cruise line and leader in destination immersion experiences, announced a special offer giving North American travelers 4 free nights and a $600 onboard credit on select 2023 and 2024 sailings booked from now until September 6th, 2023. So you have a very small window to do this. When many travelers are planning off-season travels for less crowds and cooler temperatures, Azamara is seeing rising demand for exotic destinations this fall and winter. Guests can take advantage of Azamara's Labor Day offer to book such trending destinations as the following: 18-night Western Africa voyage aboard Azamara Pursuit, a 22-night Amazon intensive voyage aboard Azamara Quest, a 16-night Western Australia to Asia aboard Azamara Journey, and a 15-night Chilean Fjords voyage aboard Azamara Quest. So if you're looking at jumping on an Azamara cruise, they got some great deals for you.
And that was a Royal Caribbean line, but they spun it off at the end of the pandemic. So.
And let's see, Princess Cruises is working on some updates to their medallion. It says Princess Cruises released some updates that it says will positively affect each guest's cruise experience from the time they begin the ocean ready process to their time spent on board. Because every vacation moment counts, Princess says it is continuing to streamline its ocean ready process, further expediting embarkation across its fleet. Green Lane and Blue Lane embarkation have been enhanced, making check-in more streamlined for all guests, getting them on board faster than ever. Guests who completed the required travel checklist steps have received their medallion prior to their cruise are now designated as Green Lane, while guests with an incomplete checklist, as well as those opting to pick up their medallions during embarkation, are designated as Blue Lane. After a quick document check, Green Lane guests simply board the ship by scanning their medallion. Blue Lane guests essentially follow similar procedures, but visit a Princess representative to confirm their travel documents and complete their checklist and or pick up their medallion at a terminal check-in station. So it's good that they're allowing people just to go on through. We know embarkation could be a very stressful time.
I mean, there's even, I think, an option, and forgive me if I missed it while you were reading it, but I think there's an option on Princess for you to even have the medallion sent home, like sent to your home address, so you can have it before you travel. So. Yeah,
you can get it before, or you can pick it up at the terminal. So that's pretty cool. And let's see, Mike and Rihanna's Adventure says special cookies for sale on the Lido deck.
Yep.
That's right. That's right.
I mean, seriously, it's like, you know, it's kind of like I said, it's the inspiration for my question of the day, which is, you know, where's that breaking point for all of us? Where's that line in the sand where we all just say, you know, enough already? You know, I mean, I've been talking about it casually for a long time, and yeah, I mean, it's really starting to get to a point. I personally do not know where that line in the sand is for myself. But I know that I know that it is becoming more clearer to me that at some point they are just going to cross a line for me.
Right.
You know? So.
And yes, in addition to that story, Princess announced that Canadians can now order the medallion on their website and have it shipped to their home.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good news for Canadians who may want to go on Princess. And let's see. Okay, we are caught up in the chat, which brings us to Scott's question and the hot topic, Cookie Gate. This morning.
Yep.
What is your cruise line extra charge breaking point?
I mean, I always talk about, when will the main dining room be a complete, the whole main dining room? I mean, obviously there's some, upcharges already on the main dining room menu, but, when will the whole main dining room be an extra charge, and only the buffet, and say like on Carnival, like only like, the other lunch restaurants like Guys and Blue Iguana and stuff like that, that's all free. The buffet is free, but now you got to pay for the MDR. I really do see that day coming. I've mentioned it, casually in the past. And even on other episodes of the show here, I've mentioned it. I really do see that day coming, and now we're seeing, all this other stuff here, increased prices and stuff. And I just really just ask myself, I mean, I understand corporate profit, I understand all that. I don't have a problem with it. I just, I have a problem with this mentality of we're fine pricing some people out, or, we're, this amount of profit isn't enough. Now we need these obscene amounts and stuff like that. I mean, when you have that mindset, I mean, there's no barrier, you're going to just keep going until, it's kind of like the airlines. This is your price to get a ticket. But if you want somewhere to sit on the plane, then you got to pay this. Oh, and if you want to bring anything along with you, like, I don't know, such as your clothes or your toothbrush, well, you got to pay for that now too. It's like the discount airlines, everything is a extra charge.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing that $29 airfare ticket turns into a $400 round trip ticket. It's not any cheaper than any of the other ones. So I'm just like, at some point, I think we're going to get there. I really wish I had such a, definitive thing to say, here is my line in the sand, and I'm done when we get there. I don't have that, but I am, like everybody else, I am becoming increasingly frustrated and irritated at these charges. And I do know that there will be a point when they have crossed that line with me. I'm just not sure what that is at the moment. So,
Eddie?
Like he says, who knows? Probably they start charging at the MDR, and the buffet will be open mornings. And then by noon, they're closed. And that's it. They won't open the buffet all day. And then you're stuck by having to go to a restaurant to pay for. So, and the same, once things start going a little higher, I'm going to be one of those too that are going to stop going, because why waste my time when I could do the same thing at home, and do something inland instead of being on a ship where I'm going to be getting charged for everything, or get on a plane and pay more for just to get there. No, heck with it. I'd rather spend my extra on my investment, my house, my car, go out with Alice and stuff like that, than spend it and giving it to somebody else to make themselves rich, because they just want to, charge everybody, and people with lower incomes will not be able to cruise anymore. It's sad, but money is a evil thing sometimes. So hopefully things will manage and get down to what it's supposed to be. Why charge for a cookie now? It's such a small investment that they're putting in. A cookie will bring you a bigger meal later, so charge for something else. But just the way it is. We'll see what happens.
I'm a Blue Iguana guy. And I think that if they started charging for Blue Iguana, I know that there would be an upheaval and uproar so loud, especially with Guy's Burgers. If they start charging for Guy's Burgers, for instance, I know that the uproar on that will be so loud where they would have to be forced to bring it back down. But for me, I'm not a specialty dining type of guy. I like to search around for the things that are offered with the cruise rate. So even in Chibang, I will order off of the main dining room and more menu. So it's like I don't necessarily have a line, but I know that if those two lines, the Blue Iguana and Guy's Burgers, they start charging for that, you're going to hear it on the ship all the way at your homes. So yeah, that's going to be a loud outcry from the Carnival people.
You know, like I saw this statement one time about like the show Shark Tank, right? Everybody's seen that, I'm sure, right? So this guy came on, he had this really great product, and he was like, and then they were like, well, why are you charging so little for the product? And he was like, well, because I want everybody to be able to enjoy it. I want everybody to be able to afford my product. It's a great product. I want everybody to have it.
Yep.
And the answer from the billionaires on, you know, the billionaire sharks was that they thought that was a ridiculous perspective, and that they said that that they would be fine with with that product only being accessible to those who had more money and could afford to pay more for it, and that they were fine, and that they thought it was ridiculous of the idea that everybody should be able to afford something. And I thought, with that mentality, things are never going to go the other way. Things are never going to become more reasonable. And, you know, and unfortunately, I think the cruise lines definitely have that way of thinking. I think they're fine with pricing out entire families who will never be able to go on a cruise, you know, in favor of catering to people who are willing and capable of digging deeper. So,
yep. And Rock the Boat has come in with a comment. I've been wanting to try Princess Cruises, but keep getting conflicting information on whether there is a 15 alcohol drink limit.
I think there would be, because isn't there a 15 limit on Carnival? And
Yeah.
and Princess is a Carnival I mean, it's basically a Carnival, you know, line. So I imagine there is a 15 drink limit.
Right. And let's see. Cheryl says, it's all about the price for me. I'm looking at back-to-back cruises instead of one cruise. The extra charge is getting too much.
Yeah. Now that's a 15 drink per day limit. It's not 15 drink per cruise. So, I mean, I don't know. 15 drinks seems a bit, you know, it seems more than enough for a single day, but that's just me. So.
Yep. Cruising on the High Seas and Travel has made it into the chat. Good morning.
Good morning.
Edna's World has made it in. Good morning.
Hi.
And let's see.
CME Traveling is.
Yeah. CME Traveling is. And Cruising on the High Seas and Travel says, I'm en route to Maine, USA on a 10-day vacation.
Nice. Isn't that vacation land anyway?
Z-Show Cruise Fund says, if I'm going on vacation, I am willing to pay. So that's good.
Yeah. And like getting back to like this whole like XL class dining thing, it was always my understanding from, you know, the moment that XL was announced, of course, when Mardi Gras was, they took delivery of it, but couldn't really sail it because of the shutdown. It was always my understanding from back then, and maybe that got lost over the shutdown and during the pandemic, but the free specialty dining was only supposed to be for a short amount of time, just for as an introduction.
Right.
And it was never supposed to be a sustained long-term option. So.
Yeah, I remember them saying that it was only going to be free for a little while, and then we have to start charging for it.
Yeah.
Good question. And Jennifer from Embarkation Nation said Maine was amazing last weekend. I know it's pretty there.
Yeah, you gotta love a place in North America where you can see your breath in the air in August.
And Danny D, the spectacular supporter, has checked in with an announcement starting at tonight at 6 p.m. through midnight. Tonight, Eastern, starts the Cruisathon for Helping Hands for Cruising. Then it picks back up tomorrow at 9 a.m. So be sure to go and check the Cruisathon out. I know they're going to have plenty of fun over there. And as I understand it, it is a fundraising event. So if you are aware of Helping Hands for Cruising, you could be sure to go ahead and donate. It's a wonderful cause. The website for that is helpinghands4cruising.org. So be sure to go and check them out. Jennifer from Embarkation Nation, yes, the muster drill. It was 55 degrees when we were there.
I know it. Listen, I live up here in the Northeast, right? And I've been all over New England a gazillion times, and
Mhm.
I know that from my perspective, it's not exactly a warm place even in the summer. But coming from where you live, it was probably very refreshing.
Yes. I can tell you that. Now, I know that is a secret of the Northeast. And we got a secret coming to us from Georgia at this point. And let's see what Georgia has to say about this.
Oh, you got me thinking somebody else here? Who? Yes. October 28, 2024. Living on the Carnival Paradise out of Tampa, Florida. We're going to go to Key West, Montego Bay, and Grand Cayman on that ship right there. On a 6-day cruise. For info, please contact Bruce at Ocean to Ocean Travel. $25 refundable will get you your spot in the ship. You have to pay up your deposit. You got till May 2024 and pay up your cruise by July 2024. Many creators are already in it. Let's be part of it, please. Mike and Rihanna are taking care of the Facebook group for the cruise. House of X will be in charge of a couple activities on the cruise. We're also going to have a shot glass exchange and candy since it's a Halloween cruise. And Carnival we have a Halloween contest during the Odyssey. Also, it's Jeremy's birthday during the cruise also, so we get to celebrate with him. Did I say that Jeremy's going to be there too? Cheryl, Scott from the Mustard Drill, me, Ocean to Ocean Travel will be there also. Traveling with Tinkerbell, Controversial Cruising, hopefully Bill for One Strand Adventures, and many more, including Mike and J&S Adventures. Also, their first cruise, and we're gonna get to enjoy with them and see what happens. Even Cruise Nuts will be there also. So let's get together, follow along, and get in touch with Bruce for more information. Thank you very much.
Who's Cruise 2024. Hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios, out of Tampa, Florida. Port of calls, Key West, Florida. Grand Cayman Island. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Aboard the Carnival Paradise. Join us for this great cruise, October 28th to November 3rd, 2024. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
Hey, the Bud Files have checked in this morning. Hello.
Good morning.
I just got a really awesome text message during the promo video.
Okay.
My Temu order has shipped.
Oh, nice.
Pineapple shirt.
All right.
That'll work.
Bada bing,
That
bada boom.
dog will hunt.
Been corrupted.
That's right.
Yeah.
That is
Absolutely.
right.
Hey, Peer Runners is joining us. You know what? Okay, I got a story.
What's up?
Before we close out today. Okay, you know how the breeze was in port yesterday, right? And we had a good morning show and we said goodbye to everybody. Immediately following the show and the after show, I get a call from Peer Runners. They boarded the ship yesterday. They are on the Carnival Breeze.
Awesome.
Headed down to Mexico. And I'm like, look at y'all sneaking up on the ship. That was cool. But they check it in from the Caribbean. It's from the Gulf of Mexico. They're on the ship right now. Y'all have fun, Peer Runners.
Yes, have a great time. And where
Yes.
else would you be cruising to from Galveston but Mexico?
Right.
Mexico.
Belize, Honduras.
Well, okay.
You know,
Western Caribbean.
we go out to Key West, we go out to the Bahamas and Princess Key, and we go a lot of places from Galveston.
It's the same from up here, right? It's the same from up here because from the Northeast you can only get so far and back in 7 days. So the cruises are all the same from up here too. It's Bahamas, right? So I have the same complaint from here. So.
Yeah,
I want to see more diversity in the itineraries.
Yep.
Take that pizza and cookie money and develop some new ports.
Hello?
That's right, yeah. Yep.
Especially Port Coral in Belize. I can't wait till that's finished. I really, really want to.
And again, that's a Western, still in Western.
Yeah.
Now, I've been wanting to go to Harvest Cay in Belize, which is a private destination for Norwegian.
Mm-hmm.
Ever since I saw the artist renderings of it, I thought, wow, what a really nice place. Want to go there? So,
yep,
I love Belize.
I'm going there in January. I'm going there.
Catfish.
I'm gonna go there in January with the Prima.
Yep.
Don't eat the catfish.
No, I don't eat catfish anyway. Now, after your story, forget about it.
God.
No can do, no will. I don't care how much they want to pay me. Nope.
Yep. And let's see. I'm not sure how I can swing into this section. However, Eddie,
coming up, following us at 10 a.m. the Seashell Cruise Fun, 10 a.m. Eastern, followed by 11 with Mom and Endo World. 12 o'clock will be Embarkation Nation. 1 p.m. will be Roy and Becky's Travels with the Ray Parade. The opening to it. The Ray Parade will be at 2 p.m. Bot Files have a premiere at 5 p.m. The Seashell Cruise Fun will be back at 6. SCT Adventures and Destination Fun will be on at 7 p.m. Beginning at 6 p.m. This evening will be Helping Hands for Cruising. The marathon starts at 6 till midnight. Many 6 different creators will be on tonight. And I'll be with Ross at 7 p.m. with Orange Con Blog. And also 10 p.m. I will not be live tonight because Down on the Cruises will be on the Helping Hands for Cruising Marathon. So I want to be part of helping them out. So I'll be with them instead of my usual live Friday nights. I'll be in tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Helping out with the marathon. Following up, the 8 p.m. tonight Eastern will be Back Row Freedom, Rocky and Becky's Travels, and Abba Porterfield and Friends Friday Night Jamboree. 8:30 will be Fantastic Cruising, and at 10 p.m. tonight will be the Down Under Cruisers and Helping Hands for Cruising, and I'll be there with them at 10 p.m. tonight. So beginning from 6 p.m. it will be with Michael Ann, Spoiled Mama, and from there on we'll go all the way up to midnight tonight. Then we'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And that will be all for today.
All right. Also,
hold on a second. Thank you, Law. I appreciate the compliment. I had a good time with House of X last night. So.
Yeah.
Yep. And welcome in Law Jones and also M&T Living and Cooking.
I still don't know who this skull was, guy that we were talking to last night anyway.
Yeah, I know.
And you know what? And I really appreciated all of the, effort they went into it, but I'm my biggest critic. So the out of all my vlogs, the one that they picked was from Roatan. Is fine. It was absolutely fine, but I kept thinking to myself, oh, they picked that one.
Yep.
But it wouldn't have mattered which one they picked. I would have been critical of it. So
yep. And we're running our playlist over here. So I'm looking at myself 2 years ago versus today, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I know.
Yep. I mean, we're letting him run. I look like the Bushman, Grizzly Adams. I know,
and that logo had, or that vlog had my super old original logo and stuff and intro on it and everything too. I'm like, wow.
I so
wish
I wish they would have picked the one with the life vest on. That would.
Yeah.
I don't know if
and Wonston had said, well, maybe we can get Scott to put on. And that never came up, whatever. But I had it right down, down off a camera, I was ready to
Yeah.
just reach down, grab it, and throw it on. So,
Yep. Yep.
Interview number 2.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
Save that for part 2.
Right.
Yep.
Because you got to look and see where you came from to see where you're going.
I know.
It's important to keep that stuff.
Yep, for sure.
So thank you everybody who has came into the show today. We thank you so much for spending all week with us. Now we hope you have a great weekend. Go out, vlog something, take care of each other out there. Hit the like button on your way out. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and never ever forget, we love you and good morning.
Bye.